So y'all remember Cat Williams saying that 2024 was going to be crazy, right? It was going to be an interesting ass year, right? Not even just for the people that come up on Shannon Sharp show, but just in general, like 2024 is the year of the 8. It's the year of the dragon. It's the year of transformation, right? Between the earthquakes in California, the hurricanes in Houston, the April 8th eclipse, you know what I'm saying? All these different things that have been happening since the beginning of the year, in which we all knew it was going to happen, but we didn't expect this much stuff to happen this fast. So let's take Donald Trump getting shot, right? A lot of people believe that it was fake, right? That it's not real. Some people believe it's real, but most people believe that it was staged, right? And to that, I say the whole world is a stage. So even these different countries that set up these wars and different things, it's a stage. So ultimately, when you get to this Donald Trump situation where, you know, he gets shot and it goes right past his ear, and dude shoots a couple times. They missed Donald Trump, right? And they only hit his ear. So this Donald Trump case is showing you not only is he trying to win over fans for the election, but it's the understanding that I can take your attention away from the things that really matter. And that's all they do on a constant basis with TV and everything, right? Is to draw your attention off of the things that really matter in the world, like the war. Like, not only has there been conflicts in Israel and Palestine over the Gaza Strip and many other locations within the Middle East area, right? We got to understand that, you know, because they just bombed some more areas. They killed like 57 people out there, and I'm gonna put a video at the end. They killed like 57 people out there in Palestine, as well as, you know, a couple people just died to a bombing in Syria, right? In Damascus, Syria. So we got to understand that in these times, especially dealing with the Middle East, but especially in these times in general, remember everything started in Africa towards the Middle Eastern area between, you know, Egypt and Africa and all these other places. Really, South Africa is where the first man was, but in terms of civilizations, right? So what I'm getting at is the significance of the Middle East is like this. These in the old times, they used the power of the gods as man to, you know, manipulate wars and different things in their favor. They still do it today, but now they just do it in a way that is more like a stage, like a show. So you would have, let me give you an example, right? So the God of the Bible is Baal, and this is Bull. And this is also connected to, Baal is also a storm and thunder god, and Hadad, they deal with the bull, or they deal with, you know, the symbol of the bull, but also are storm, thunder, lightning gods. Understanding that the God of the Bible is Hadad, or is Baal, or is Enlil, right? So the God of the Bible is Enlil, and you would have other deities like Enki, and all these other gods, right? But we know that Enki is Khnum, Set is your boy. Set is Enlil, right? And here's what we got to understand. We hear the stories about, you know, them being brothers and all these things. They're energies. All these beings are energies. They are spirits, right? And once you understand that they are spirits, then you can see that what they did was they have incarnated on this earth before, but knowing that they're not here now, what they do is they incarnate, these energies incarnate into people, into beings, into, you know, whatever is vibrating on that frequency with it. So let me give you an example, right? Like if a god wanted to be, I mean, if a regular human wanted to be, like if he was a king and he wanted to rule, majority of that time, whatever deity was ruling over that sector, that person would adopt the name of that deity. Or if they felt like they was closer to the role of that deity, they would adopt the name of that deity. So like right here, you see Seth was a sky god, lord of the desert, master of storm, disorder, warfare, and general trickster. Seth embodied the necessary and creative element of violence and disorder within the ordered world. So the I don't know how to say the word of his cult reflects the ambivalent attitude of Egyptians toward him, as well as the shifting political fortunes of Egypt. During the second dynasty, King Perseban identified himself with Seth for the first time, giving himself a Seth title instead of a basically a Horus, instead of a Horus name, because they're talking about Seth of the Red Land and Horus of the Black Land. And this is just an understanding of one being a fertile land and one being a dry, barren desert. So Upper and Lower Egypt, right? And so once we comprehend that all these beings that you see with these different names are actually the same gods, now we need to understand is that they have never left. And this is why in the Bible, they talked about Damascus. And Damascus in Isaiah 17 talked about the burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. And they keep on going about how the city will fall and things like that. And they talk about Nineveh and how, we had places called Nineveh in the U.S. as well, but Nineveh was a place where like Babylon, where a whole lot of sin and different things were going on, like America, right? So you understand that these beings, they're high enough to know how to construct the Bible or know how to construct these different texts to benefit them into you worshiping them and giving them offerings. And this is where I'm going to make it brief and very quick, because I don't need to go into too long about these Bible topics and these other religious folks, right? So first of all, when you deal with an offering, right? What is an offering? They named it an offering because they wanted you to believe it wasn't a sacrifice, meaning an exchange of energy. So you would sacrifice a bull or the Bible or Baal. You would sacrifice a bull to this deity and understand that you sacrificing a bull, you having a sin offering, a meal offering, peace offering, a trespass offering, you having 5 offerings to the God of the 5, to the physical realm being that it's a being that is the ruler over the physical realm, but the being itself is an energy that is in the spiritual realm. You got it? And it rules through manipulation. So although we give them these names like Baal and these names like, and we talking about Enlil and Enki, these different energies that are trying to rule over mankind, we have to understand these are also dealing with energies that are us. And understanding that when you go and you make a offering or make a sacrifice or energy exchange outside of yourself, know that you have to return the energy. Or they have to return the energy. So if they promise you something because you made that offering or that sacrifice, then they have to return the energy. But what you need to understand is the ability to pray and the ability to give these sacrifices are exchanging or is giving your energy to them. So what they like this, they love this, because just like any being of a vampiric nature, what they want to do is to make you think of some devil, so you wouldn't think of the being that looks all good in your face, because that's what the Lord does. Remember, any being with the title Lord, and this is what you have to comprehend, even in the Bible, any being with the title Lord, it don't matter what text it is, when they say Lord Thoth and Lord Enki, Lord this, Lord that, what they're showing you is the Lord, meaning this is an understanding that these beings are not the Most High, or they're not the creation of energy that was self-created. They're the aspects of creation. So they are aspects of the Creator. And you understanding that once you grasp this, you will grasp that you have what you call cherubim and seraphim, or what you call agreeable and disagreeable. Agreeable is the seraphim and cherubim is disagreeable. Or what you call You know, your Anunnaki, your bad Anunnaki and your good Anunnaki. You feel what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. Or what you call, whether even if it's over there in the Middle East, same thing. They have wars over, I mean, not Middle East, over there in the Far East. They have wars too. But a lot of this originated in the Middle East, in Africa, around that area where these rivers meet, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers meet, right? And it's just the understanding that this is always a fight over consciousness, over a fight over the realm, the whole realm itself. And it gets labeled as a fight between nations. And these nations are no more than the body of the earth, or the different aspects of the earth that are. And we get that these different aspects are fighting with themselves, or the understanding that these beings, with the birth of will, confusion was made. So when creation, when the spark or the birth of emotion was created, it caused beings to be disagreeable or agreeable, or what we call the ability to choose right from wrong, or to be something that destroys and something that creates and uplifts, and these different polarities, right?
The strip killed at least 57 people on Tuesday, according to Palestinian health officials, as Israeli forces battled Hamas-led fighters. Gaza health officials said those casualties included 23 killed at a United Nations school in Nuseirat. The Israeli military said in a statement it attacked a group of terrorists who had operated from inside the school after taking steps to mitigate the risk to civilians. Gaza's health ministry said another 17 were dead after an airstrike in Khan Yunis on a car near a tented area housing displaced families in the humanitarian designated area.
The car was moving and a young man was walking. The car was targeted, blood was splashing, and shrapnel hit our tents, and martyrs were left on the street. We screamed, "We need an ambulance." We put them on carts and rickshaws, and the ambulance came after a while.
Reuters